there, welcome to my first unboxing slash reviews slash comparison. What do I have here today? This is the new iPad Pro 10.7. Or is it 10.5? 10.5. God. We're off to a great start. iPad Pro 10.5. Before I start, I just want to say something. For the few people that are going to be watching this, you probably haven't seen my video from when I went to the Apple Store in Barcelona. I did mention there that I work at an Apple Store, but I swear I still haven't seen how this baby looks. I didn't want to see any reviews, nothing at all. This is how crazy I am. I kept the surprise effect or whatever until the very last moment. This iPad actually became available to sell in store yesterday in UK, and yesterday was my day off, so I haven't seen it. The day before I was in, and I did see that we received the delivery, and the guys were in the middle of unboxing them and putting them on the shelf, but I didn't want to have a look at them. I generally tried to stay as far away from those boxes as I could, because I knew that I ordered one and knew that I was gonna receive one, so I just wanted to have the full surprise effect. That's how crazy I am. So, without further ado, this is my great unboxing knife, by the way. I'm not that professional. Yeah, let's open this up. So it was actually available to buy on the website for quite a few days before it launched in store. But I only got it, I was waiting to see if I was gonna be able to just grab it from the store if it came out the day before I was off, but it didn't. Of course it had to come out the day, oh, by the way, we are completely kept in the dark. We had no idea that it was going to be available to sell on the 13th, what is it today? Yeah, yesterday. We knew, we knew that it was coming, obviously. We saw it in stock, but we were just told it's going to be available in a few days. So I literally didn't know whether or not I wanted to wait and just pick it up from the store or order it on the website and have it delivered first. So I ended up ordering on the website, and I got it today, one day after it came out. Yeah, that's it. I haven't even looked at the boxes. Actually, I did see how the box looks, because just by going on YouTube, it was just right there in front of my face. I couldn't help myself. But this is actually the first real life one that I see, believe it or not. Whoa, baby! Oh my god, it's pink! I did not know that. Whoa, okay. So I was expecting it to have the blue and whatever. I think the one that I saw on YouTube was probably the space gray one. It would make sense that they do a different color box for a different color iPad. Yeah, I didn't think that the rose gold could have a pink background. That's amazing. I like it so much. I got the 256 gigabytes Wi-Fi only. Who needs cellular? Honestly, you can just share the connection from your phone, and I don't need 3G or 4G that much. I mainly just use it with Wi-Fi. And what was I saying? I got lost. Oh yeah, I was saying I do have the previous generation iPad Pro 9.7 in rose gold as well, which has now been discontinued because obviously it really wouldn't make sense to keep two of the same iPads. I'm going to quickly do a comparison of the two after the unboxing. And so, from what we know, from what everyone knows, this is meant to be exactly the same size as the iPad Pro 9.7, but have a bigger screen. So let's compare them later, and let's see if they actually are exactly the same size or not. And oh baby, it's happening. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And I have to say, finally I have a proper storage, because my previous iPad was a 32. Before that I had a 64, and I don't know what on earth I was thinking when I got the 32, but anyway, long story. There it is. Oh my god, it is the same. Yeah, it's basically... Wow, oh my god, look at that screen. Okay, there we go. Let me see Let me make sure that I'm still recording before I just talk to myself. Okay, so obviously we've got the box, yeah, blah blah blah. Everyone knows that, we don't care about, but let's put this to the side. Or actually, let me do what we do in store. Fancy, huh? Anyway, let's take the plastic off, shall we? Okay. So, oh my god! Whoa, is the camera bigger? The camera looks bigger. I'm pretty sure it's not, but I don't know why it looks bigger. I'll have a look at that later as well. And boom, I don't need you. Oh my gosh, this is nice. Well, it actually feels like I'm holding the same exact iPad that I've been holding for a year. It takes a second to realize that it has a bigger screen, but it does. So the frame on the side is being reduced. Let me just quickly grab the other one. I haven't even cleaned the screen on this one. Oh my god, I'm terrible. Let me just clean it with the first thing that I... Oh my god, this is nasty. I should have cleaned it before. What do I clean? Okay, let me just clean it with myself. Oh my god, it still looks disgusting. What have I done with this iPad? Maybe I could do this. This is how I clean everything, by the way. How I clean my phone when I'm outside. How I clean my iPad when I can't reach for a cloth. Gosh. Yeah, it worked. Kinda. If my boobs were bigger, maybe would have been quicker and easier. But we're getting there, we're getting there. Let me do the back as well. Yeah, we're fine. We are fine. So, here we have them side by side. I'll take these out of the box. Actually, leaving it in the box was a terrible idea, because how am I gonna compare them? Okay, so let's get rid of the box, or should I keep it on the table? I'll keep it on the table. All right, here they are. Oh my god, what? No, I don't like this. This is actually bigger. This is a lot bigger. What the So, okay, here's the thing. Originally, when they did the event a few days ago and they announced the new iPad, I thought that it was gonna be a bigger size with a bigger screen. Then when I went to the store and had a chat with my colleagues, they said, oh, apparently we've been told that it's actually gonna be the same exact size, if anything just slightly bigger, but the screen is gonna be bigger. So I said, oh my god, yeah, so I'll go for it, I'll get it, because I love I think the 9.7 size is perfect. I never even thought about getting a bigger iPad, and it's the size that I've had from the beginning, since my first iPad, which was the iPad 2, the little brick. So I thought, oh my god, bigger screen on the same exact size, it'll be amazing. I don't want it if it's bigger. But yeah, turns out it is bigger. What a disappointment. And it was meant to be just a slightly bigger, but it's not slightly bigger. I mean, I'm still gonna... Look at the camera. Yes, oh my god, I have such a good eye. The camera lens is actually bigger. What? But the megapixels are actually the same. So the resolution of this iPad is gonna be higher compared to this iPad. The 9.7 actually fits below the camera of the bigger one. Okay, let's do it properly. So let's start by how tall they are. Okay, obviously this is taller. In terms of thickness, I think they are identical. So if I put them on the table, actually, let's do this and this. Yes, very professional measurement. So yeah, they are the same thickness, so that's good. This has a bigger camera, which is great. I don't know why or what for. We'll find out. That's what you get for not going to work for a couple of days. That's how informed I am. Everything else looks the same. All four sides of the frame. Shit. Good thing that's the old one. The frame has been reduced on all four sides. just obviously just slightly at the top and bottom, just a tiny bit. The this these two sides, this is where the frame has been reduced the most. So yeah, the new iPad Pro is bigger, not only in screen, because they've reduced all four sides of the frame, but it's actually also bigger in size. It's just a little bit taller, but it's the same thickness, which means it's really thin. So you know what, the bigger size doesn't really bother me. It's fine. I think I can live with that. It does have a bigger camera, which is great. We're gonna see how that translates into pictures. So right now they are both off. I'm gonna power them on at the same time. I just want to see if this one is able to power on quicker, because this one has a new processor, which is A10X. This one used to have A9X. So this is meant to be more advanced. Let's see if we can see that difference right from the beginning. So if I can find the button maybe. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wow, okay, so that turns on much faster. At least the logo comes on much faster. Let's see how long it actually takes for them to boot up, to turn on. Out. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, if you put it away, I guess there isn't really that much difference. So although this one powers on quicker, the screen actually comes on delayed by a second compared to the other one. So I guess they really take the same amount of time to power on. That's it really for this video. I just wanted to unbox my new iPad, compare it to the previous one, just have a look at the main differences, and then once this is all set up and good to go, maybe I think I might do a speed comparison, or just in general to see how they perform, if you can actually tell the difference or not. So conclusion, is it worth it paying almost twice the price, at least here in UK, to buy this rather than just buy a regular iPad 9.7, which is not the iPad Pro 9.7 that has just been discontinued? The answer is it really depends how you're going to use it. So if you just need just an iPad to watch movies and stuff as a regular entertainment device, then the iPad will do for you. It's a lot cheaper. You're really not going to notice that that's a little bit slower. It is, but you're not going to notice it if you use it in a certain way. The only thing that I really don't like is how thick and heavy it is. It kind of feels like we went backwards with that model. I really still don't get the point of releasing an iPad that seems to be more outdated than the previous iPad Air 2. But that's a whole different story. What I'm saying is that this is great. I love it. I like the size. I like the fact that the processor is actually able to perform a lot better. The resolution is higher. It has a bunch of cool features that are not in the iPad. But really, at the end of the day, not everyone is going to use all of those features. You probably will even forget about them. So what really made me go for this one initially rather than an iPad Air or an iPad after that, the iPad Air, is that both of these, even the one that has now been discontinued, they both have 2 speakers at the top as well, whether in the previous generations it used to be just at the bottom. So these have now stereo speaker, and because I do watch a lot of content and movies on my iPad as well, and most of the time I do that without any kind of headphones, because I just hate wearing headphones. I've got really tiny eardrums and they tend to get blocked easily, so I try to stay as far as I can from headphones or earphones or AirPods or whatever. So basically I'll only wear them if I'm out and I need to, but when I'm home or if I'm in a place that's quiet, I'll just opt for just listening to the iPad. So because of that, I enjoy the stereo speaker a lot. I was trying to watch a movie the other day on a previous generation iPad, and I could literally hear the audio just coming out on one side of the iPad as I was looking at the video, and it was just driving me nuts. It felt as if I was deaf from one ear and I could only hear from the other, And I guess when this wasn't a thing, we really didn't notice that. Maybe I didn't even notice that. I can't remember honestly. But now that I'm used to the stereo speaker, it's a whole different story. So that by itself is a reason for me to stick with the Pro and not go back to previous generations. But is that really worth spending twice the money? I don't think so. Now, oh, another thing that I wanted to see, oh, actually, now that I saw that speaker, no, it's not gonna work, but I have a smart cover for the iPad Pro 9.7, and I thought, ooh, if the new iPad is actually the same size, but just a different, bigger screen, the cover will fit, unless they change the position of the magnet on the inside. So I was eager to try that. I guess we can still see if it sticks, and well, it will stick because at some point they will release smart covers for this one as well. So the magnet is always going to be on the side, but will it stick on this side of the screen? Let's find out. It's going to be smaller, but no, terrible. So this part of the smart cover is magnetic as well, but if you put it on an iPad that it's not the iPad that it's meant for, it's just not going to stick. So that looks disgusting. It looks too small. It doesn't really close, but I guess for now it'll do. It does cover the screen, kinda. Doesn't mean the frame can't be smashed, but yeah, great. So I have to order a new smart cover as well. Another thing that I'm actually looking forward to is the release of iOS 11, because I think that's finally going to be a game changer for iPads especially. I want to see what they've done with File and all of that. I feel like ever since the iPad Pro was first released in October 2015, the whole idea behind it was that it was meant to be like a tiny laptop. Well, not even that tiny if you look at the bigger one, which is basically 13-inch, same as a regular laptop. The whole idea with the smart keyboard they've released for it was for you to be able, and the huge storage that it came with, for you to be able to use as a laptop. But I feel like it was missing an essential revolution on the inside. Whatever they've done with File and iOS 11, they probably should have done that alongside with the release of this iPad. It would have, if you ask me, I think it would have sold a lot more than it actually did. And maybe we'll now that they're actually finally gonna do this. We will figure it out. I'll keep you updated. I'll tell you how many I will sell. To be fair, last year they never, I don't know if I can say that. Anyway, I think that's a wrap. Yeah, bye. If you are watching this, if you are one of the few people that are watching this video of mine, please, if you liked it or if you found it useful in any way, give it a thumbs up, like it, because that will help a lot. Yes, that's a wrap. Until the next video. Bye!